You can start now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all to the day 6, session 11 of Atal FTP on Mastering Data Visualization, a hands-on approach on Power BI. Today's session focuses on advanced DAX for data analysis. And to enlighten us, we are privileged to have Ms. Kumula Devi as a resource person. Let me introduce her to you all. Ms. Kumla Devi is a highly skilled Power BI trainer with over 15 years of teaching experience and 3 years of experience of handling sessions in the field of data visualization and analytics. She has conducted over 30 plus training sessions, workshops, and seminars on Power BI for diverse audiences, including corporate clients, students, and professionals. She has proven her expertise in creating interactive dashboards, comprehensive reports, and delivering hands on training to diverse audiences. Dedicated to empowering professionals to leverage data for strategic decision making, we are delighted to have you, ma'am, with us and looking forward for today's session. Thank you so much. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Aksata ma'am, for briefing about my profile. Ma'am, let me know, my audio coming through properly? Am I audible
Yes,
to
ma'am, you
all?
are audible.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Dear faculties, a very good afternoon to one and all. Thank you so much for joining to my session. And myself, as ma'am said, I'm Komala Devi. I have 15 plus years of teaching experience, and I do take session on different data analysis tools like Power BI, SQL, and other tools as well. And also, I'm a trainer of robotic process automation using UiPath tool. And yes, it's glad to be here, and I'm so glad to see the good number of participants and all our faculties. So it's good to see all the faculties under the same roof. And yeah, once again, thank you for joining to my session. Can we start the session? So I would like to start the session by quickly revisiting some of the key concepts about Power BI. So I have requested Aksata ma'am to provide chat access to faculties over WhatsApp. So let it be very interactive session. So faculties, if you have any doubts, you can interact with me over a WhatsApp group. So I have been recently added to this WhatsApp group, and I will expect participants to do this hands-on session since it's a DAX data analysis expression. So I cannot just run the slides and to explain the formula. So it's purely going to be the hands-on session. So I will also expect the participants to do the hands-on session along with me. So I just wanted to know how many of you are interested to do this hands-on session along with me. Can you please raise the hand, or you can give a thumbs up over the WhatsApp. So I understand that some of the faculties are from computer science background and some of the faculties are from non-computer science background. Trust me, Power BI is open to all. Anybody can learn a Power BI. If I can be a Power BI trainer, definitely anybody can learn this Power BI. So as my experience, what I have noticed is many will show interest on learning Power BI. When it comes to DAX, they will step back. Oh, it's very frustrated. I cannot continue. Trust me, it's not going to be like that. If you learn from the basics, I'm not going to jump onto the advanced concepts. I will start from the very basics of how to write a basic DAX formula. I will give a clarity on that. So you can able to follow only if you do hands-on. So let's start the session.
Ma'am, can you
So
share the
my
screen?
aim for this, yes, yeah, I'm going to share the screen. Yeah.
Okay.
So my aim for this session is very simple. I want this session to be reached to all the participants, irrespective of whether you belongs to computer background or non-computer background. So dear faculties, can we start? Let me share my screen. So meanwhile, I request participants to download the data set, which has been already shared in the WhatsApp group. So I request all the faculties to download the data set and keep it ready with you. I'm directly going to start the hands-on session. And before that, I will give 10 minutes of a quick recap about the Power BI. Akshata ma'am, let me know if you can see my
Yes, yes.
screen, PPT.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is
It's
it in?
perfect.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am. So I want to know, like, what is your understanding about Power BI? Can I have a quick answer? So you can also answer through WhatsApp. Which company developed the Power BI software? It's a very simple question, actually.
Microsoft.
Can I have answers in the chat? Yeah. Yes.
Microsoft.
Yes, Microsoft is a company which developed the Power BI software, and which is the see, Power BI stands #1 in the market. Who is the competitor with Power BI?
Tableau, IBM
Tableau.
Tableau.
Yes.
IBM Tableau.
Yes, very good, very good. I'm getting the answers. Yeah, but as per my knowledge, Tableau has very good features when I compare to a Power BI, but still Power BI taken the market. They always stands #1 in the market. Can I have any reason why Power BI is so popular than Tableau, though Tableau has more features than Power BI? Industries, there are many
Marketing,
companies.
markets of marketing.
Yes, any other answers?
Adoption of Power
Adoption,
BI is
easy
more
to use.
proliferated.
Integration with other tools.
Integration with other tools, that is also possible in Tableau. So what I understood about how the Power BI has
Interface.
taken up the
Simple
market
interface,
is
easy to understand.
easy to understand. Yes, that is for learners. But why the corporate people, they wanted to go for Power BI? See, I'm running a small business. Actually, the Power BI, they have a flexible pricing range, but Tableau, it's not like that. So if I'm running a small scale industry, then I can subscribe with a flexible pricing range. That is the major reason how this Power BI people have, the Microsoft people taken up the market. If Microsoft is the company developed this Power BI, then which is the company developed the Tableau software? Any answers? You can also give
IBM,
your answers.
IBM,
No.
IBM.
IBM? Yes. Any other answers? I need a specific answer. Which company?
IBM.
Any other answers? Name the specific company who developed the Tableau software. Okay, fine. So I got the answer saying IBM. So it's like Salesforce. Salesforce is a company, they developed the Tableau software. So let's start a one-line definition about Power BI. So as you know that Power BI is a reporting software, Power BI is a data visualization software, and it is a data analytics software. And we can also say that it is a business intelligence software. So we all faculties know what is business intelligence, right? Business intelligence is nothing but a process of converting business data into a actionable information. We call it as business intelligence. Okay, so I wanted to give a quick recap on what are the different components of Power BI, what is Power BI, what are the features, architectures. You might have already, the other resource persons, they might have already discussed about these things. So let me ask it as a question. What are the different components of Power BI? What are the different components of Power BI? Power BI is not one software. It is not a simple software. It is a suite of product. It's not a one product. It's a suite of product. Say if it is a Microsoft Office, it's not a one software, right? Under Microsoft Office, we have a Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Outlook, Microsoft PowerPoint, etc. Right? So name the major 4 components of Power BI. You can also text your answers through WhatsApp chat. Can you name the 4 different Power BI components?
Power Query, Power Query, Power Query.
Yeah, I will give a clarity here. The question is about what are the different components of Power BI. It's like what are the, see, Microsoft Office, what are the different softwares comes under Microsoft Office? You can name, right? Microsoft Word, Outlook, PowerPoint, Excel, etc. Right? The same way I'm asking. So I know that most of you have installed, which software you have installed for hands-on session?
Power BI desktop.
Power BI, it's one of the component. So the answers I'm getting is the components of Power BI desktop. My question is about what are the Power BI products are available. One of the product is Power BI desktop. In that Power BI desktop, we have a 3 components. That is Power Query, Power View, and what's the another one? Power Query, Power View, and Power Pivot, right? So I think I request the participants to mute your mic. Yeah. So you can also give your answers through chat. That's why WhatsApp chat is open to all. And yeah, I will give a clarity here. There are 4 major components of Power BI. One is Power BI desktop, and another one is Power BI service. Third one is Power BI report server. And can anyone guess what would be the 4th Power BI product or a software? I have listed 3.
DAX.
Any guess? Yeah. Again, I'll come to this. DAX is also one of the component of Power BI desktop. Okay, I will give architectures and I will clearly explain. So these all are the very basics about Power BI to have a great start. Okay, so I think I have to show the architecture and to explain the differences of different softwares comes under Power BI and what are the softwares comes under Power BI desktop. Okay, I will display the architectures directly. Yeah, this is the Power BI architecture. So now can you see how many different Power BI product that you can see in the screen? The one which you installed is Power BI desktop. The components of Power BI desktop are Power Query, Power Pivot, and Power View. These 3 are the components of Power BI desktop. I could see the other 2 products as well in the same architecture. What are the other 2 products? So using Power BI desktop, most of the development work, 80% of the development work, I could say 90% of the development work, you can do it in Power BI desktop itself. And also it is available as an open source, right? We need not to pay anything to get this Power BI installed in our system and to practice everything. So as I said, 80 to 90% of the development work, we can do it in Power BI desktop itself. So which is lacking in Power BI desktop? You have created a beautiful dashboard. You have created a report. If you wanted to publish your report on the web or you wanted to share your report to your client, that is not possible in this Power BI desktop version. Then we have to go for the other product called Power BI service or Power BI report server. So there are 3 components of Power BI here: Power BI desktop, Power BI service, and Power BI report server. The other one which is missing in this architecture is Power BI mobile app. So as I said, Power BI is a suite of product. One of the product is a Power BI desktop. The other 3 products are Power BI service, Power BI report server, and Power BI mobile. So if you wanted to publish your report on the web, on premise, then you can go for Power BI report server. If you wanted to publish your report using this cloud service, then you can go for Power BI service. Suppose your client or your boss, they wanted to see your report through mobile, then they can subscribe and go for Power BI mobile app. So the beauty about Power BI desktop is it is available for free of cost. The rest of them you have to pay and get them. Hope this is clear. So I have explained about the 4 different products of Power BI. It's a suite of product. So our, FTP is limited to only Power BI desktop. Our FTP is limited to only Power BI desktop. So in the Power BI desktop, I hope everyone installed this Power BI desktop. We have three different components. It's already shown in the diagram. So can anyone quickly answer which is the pre-processing tool in Power BI desktop? Which is the pre-processing tool in the Power BI? Yes.
Transform
Sorry?
data.
Yeah.
Transform
Yeah,
data.
yeah, yes, it's correct. Transform data is a terminology. So in this Power BI desktop, we have three components: Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View. So Power View, in this component, using this component, we can create a beautiful reports and dashboards where we do our transformations, cleaning, filtering, all the pre-processing work with where we basically do. Which component? When you give transform data, it will take you to the another window. So what is that tool called? You can answer just looking at the
Query.
Very good. It's a Power Query. Say I can say you might have learned in data warehousing subject about extraction, transformation, loading. Power Query is nothing but a ETL tool. So using this Power Query editor, we can do all data pre-processing, like making the data ready for visualization. So let me come to what is business data. Say I'm running a business. So I may run a retail business, I may run a healthcare business, I may run a banking business, whatever. Say I'm running a retail business. I have to maintain my business data, right? So with respect to retail business, what are the business data? What are the business data? I have to maintain my business data for my future analysis, right? So what are the business data with respect to a retail business? Any business, it can be e-commerce or anything. What is the business data? To run any business, I have to maintain the customer data, right? So
Graphs.
say, yes?
Graphs.
Yes, ma'am. Can you come? Can you come
Graphs.
again? Other
Visualization. Graphs. We will plot so many type of graphs. That will be the visualization data of the business.
business data. Visualization, it comes under during analysis time, how we are presenting our reports to the client. That comes in the Power View side. So basically, generally, what is a business data? What is business data? If I'm running a retail business, customer data is a business data. I wanted to maintain my customer. I wanted to maintain my product data. I wanted to maintain my sales data as a file. So sometimes I maintain my customer data, say it's an Excel file. I'll maintain my sales data as a TXT file. Sometimes I will maintain my business data in the SQL server, right? So when we maintain the business data as an Excel file or SQL server or Oracle server, we call it as OLTP system. That is online transaction processing system. So what is OLTP system? OLTP system is nothing but a database where we maintain the business data. What is business data? It can be a customer data, it can be a product data, it can be a sales data. What is the how are you going to maintain? I may maintain it as an Excel, or I may maintain it as a notepad, or I may maintain it in my database. So this is called OLTP system. So if I'm a Power BI consultant or a Power BI developer, I will get the business data from the client. They will give raw business data. So do you think can we take this raw business data directly to analysis? Is it advisable? What would be your answer? Can I take raw business data directly from the client for direct analysis?
You have to convert that into a structured format. Cleaning should be done.
Yes, very good. So it is not at all advisable to take the business data directly for analysis. So I have to go through some of data pre-processing. Which is the data pre-processing tool in Power BI? That is a Power Query. So using this Power Query, I will perform all data transformation work, then the data which is necessary for analysis, that I will maintain in the separate database called OLAP. Can anyone tell me the expansion of OLAP? OLAP, OLTP means Online Transaction Processing System. How about OLAP? I could see some of the chats in the WhatsApp.
Ma'am,
Yes, I heard the
analytic,
answer. It is called Online Transaction
analytical processing, ma'am.
OLTP is Online Transaction Processing System. OLAP is
Online analytic processing.
It's there, yes, Online Analytical Processing System. Now you could see the clear differences of OLTP. All the business data are there in the OLTP. Only the necessary data, the cleaned and the necessary data which is required for reporting and creating a dashboard, we will keep it in the OLAP database. So this is the theoretical concept about OLTP and OLAP. So now let us directly go on to the hands-on session. Hope this is clear. So Power Query, what is Power Query? Power Query is a ETL tool where we do all the transformation work. What is Power Pivot? Power Pivot is a database where we will create an OLAP model, right? And Power View, we use to create reports and some actionable information. So we use the component Power Pivot. So when I start the hands-on session, I will show each and every component and their purpose by taking one case study as an example. So any doubt in the architecture? So this is the quick recap of basics of Microsoft Power BI. So let me start the hands-on session. So I again request participants to download the dataset which has been shared in the WhatsApp group. Make it ready. Let's go for hands-on session. So let me start. See, since Power BI is an open source, they will be keep updating. See, when I was using Power BI some 6 months ago, the user interface was different. Now it is completely different. They will be keep adding the features. And when I was new to Power BI, there are only 3 views. I will show that. So now I'll start with blank report. So I request, I can go in a slow phase if participants also wanted to try the hands-on with me. Otherwise, I can cover more concepts. But I will expect some participants to do this hands-on session. Otherwise, it won't be that effective. Yeah. So now this is the interface of Power BI. Before it was only 3 view here. One is a report view. Report view is a view where we do all this canvas thing and drag and drop. All those things we will do it in the report view. This is the table view. This is very, very important. That is a model view. If you make any mistake in this model view, then the whole thing goes wrong. Okay. Then the recently this additional view got added here, that is called as DAX query view. So this is quite advanced concept. So if I start this DAX query view, that to post lunch, definitely you will fall asleep. So I'm not going to touch this DAX query view. It is advisable to use only if you know how to create new measures, what is conditional column, what are quick measures, how to write a simple DAX formula. If you are familiarized with these concepts, then you can dare to touch this DAX query view. Otherwise, better not to go for this DAX query view. Okay. Now, so I wanted to import my Excel data into this Power BI. So which view I am here now? So where I said there are 3 components, right? Power Query, Power Pivot, and Power View. So this is the view side. I'm in the view side where I can create visuals. Okay. So now I wanted to import my data from Excel. So click on this import data from Excel. So I have shared this data set to all the participants. So you can go and get this data set. Now open. So let me show how the raw, this is a business data, right? This is the business data. So let me show how the business data looks like. This is the data set. So it's always, I have randomly downloaded from internet. So though the file extension says Excel, do you think the data are like cleaned data? Do you think the data are pretty good? No, there are some images or got added here. And how this Power BI is going to handle these images as soon as we imported this data set into a Power BI. So look at, there are, it's spreaded. There are many data set. There is only one column called date. It's not pretty good. So this is the, assume that this is the business data, shipment data. Say that of some chocolate company people, they are my client. I'm a Power BI developer. So they have been requested, they have been approached me to do some data analysis on this data set. So this is a raw data set or processed data set? What is your opinion when you make a study on a data set?
Raw data set.
Yeah. So raw data set means I should not take directly for analysis. I should take this data set to Power Query editor, do all the cleaning, transformation, all those work. But I'm not going to spend more time on Power Query editor because the topic given to me is DAX. So that's why I have taken this data set purposefully where the cleaning is less, because all these images is been by default Power BI automatically convert into a table. It will give us suggestions. So whatever the table I prefer to choose, I can go for it. So this is the actual data set. So I have shown that I have tried importing this data set. Now look at, Power BI is smart enough to convert this clumsy Excel file into a multiple tables. So I can use this preview to choose whatever is like needed for my analysis. Okay, let me choose calendar. Do you think I will choose this calendar table? No, it's having only date column. I don't want. So let me go for location. Yes, I have a location and some region. I will take this table. And then I have another people. Yeah, this is pretty good. Salesperson and name of the salesperson and which team he belongs to and his profile picture. Anyways, we are not going to deal with an image. So I wanted to delete this picture. That is the one drawback. If I choose this people table, then I wanted to delete this picture. Then should I take it to Power View directly or should I take it to Power Query? Power Query. Yes, because I wanted to delete a column. Delete column is a part of the cleaning job, right? So though location table is fine, but still I'm not happy with the people table because there is one unnecessary column. I don't want to take it to a Power View for my analysis. It's nothing to do with my analysis, right? So let me see product. This is how Power BI converted that raw Excel into a number of table. Whichever table I feel it's okay, I can either directly take it to Power View or I can take it to a Power Query for pre-processing. Let me see. This is pretty good. This product table contains product, category, and cost per box. And then next one, let me go sales. Yeah, this is also fine. I have a salesperson detail, which geography, he's making a business, how many number of a product and his shipment details, which date, how much amount he generated by shipping, how many boxes. What do we call this table? So there are 4 tables, right? One is location, people, product, sales. I'm interested of these 4 tables. I'm going to take this 4 tables for analysis after doing one pre-processing of removing one column. So should I go to transform data or load data? What will happen if I give load? What will happen if I give transform data? Any answers? There are 3 components I said, right? Power Query, Power View. If I give load, it will take me to the which component. If I give transform data, it takes me to the which component?
Transform go to Power Query.
Very good. So I have to go for transform data. So that takes me to a Power Query component. Let me see transform data. See, you can see the brand new window. It says Power Query Editor. So Power Query Editor is nothing but what tool? ETL tool. Extraction, transformation. After transformation, load it back to Power BI desktop, that is in the Power View. So I'm not going to do anything with sales. I'm not going to do anything with location. So whereas in the people, I'm going to delete the picture column. So click on this picture column. You can go for remove columns. So click on this remove column, remove columns. Now it's fine. So can you see this applied steps? Whatever the changes I'm making, all the steps are getting recorded under applied steps. This is like a undo, right? See, this is the 2 years of shipment data I have received from the chocolate company. What after they are giving a one more data set, which is having some 5 years of shipment data. Should I need to do all the pre-processing work? No, because as soon as if you load the other data set, if you give refresh, all the steps, whatever I have done here, those steps will automatically apply to the new data set. That is why most of the people prefer to go as a Power BI consultant or Power BI developer because of these features. They feel it's cool job actually. So you need not to apply the steps again and again. Okay, once you upload the new data set, automatically all the steps, it will be applied. That is the beauty of this applied steps. So this is the actual source data. This is the after navigation, and Power BI is smart enough to give a data type to each column. Power BI is automatically recognized. It will look at the column values and it will automatically recognize which data type the particular column belongs to, right? So see, removed columns, all the steps are getting recorded here. Okay, now let me see what are the any other pre-processing is needed here. Let me go to sales. Let me check whether Power BI is smart enough to recognize the data types correctly. Salesperson, it correctly recognized as text. So I'm okay with the suggestions given by the Power BI. So date, it correctly recognized as a date data type. This is the list of data types supported by Power BI. But look at amount. Since the column values of column values are numerical, Power BI identified that amount column is going to be the whole number. So suppose if it is like 70.10, it is supposed to be a fixed decimal number, right? So I'm not happy with the data type suggestions given by Power BI for amount column. So I wanted to change from whole number to fixed decimal number. Then click on fixed decimal number. It will become fixed decimal number, right? See, that is also getting recorded here. So boxes, I'm okay. Boxes is just a whole number. Need not to change the data type. Hope this is clear. So how many of you are doing this hands-on along with me? Can I have an answer in the chat box? Anyone is doing? Otherwise, I can go fast. You can play back the recording. Okay, fine. So now let me see location. No pre-processing is needed. People I have already done. Product. Should I need to change any data type here? No, nothing is involved with the amount, right? So it's fine. I'm not doing any other pre-processing. So how to load this? Now I'm in a Power Query editor window. I wanted to go back to Power View. How to do that?
Close and apply.
I should close and apply. There are three options, right? If you give apply, it will get loaded there in the Power BI interface initial screen, but still both the windows are open. So let me give close and apply. I don't want this Power Query editor to be open. So let me say close and apply.
Hi, good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Ma'am, what do we have to do if we need to add new products and then new locations and then suppose some new entries? How to do that? Do we have to do it in the Excel form or
That is what,
here
sir,
in
I
Power
said.
BI?
Yeah, suppose there are some new entries or some changes in made in the original data. You are telling that, see, you are
Yes, ma'am.
asking what if
Yes,
there are some more sales transactions are happened? What if those are getting added here? How to handle
Yes,
it, right? That is
yes,
an
ma'am.
interesting question, actually. So you need not to repeat the same steps again and again. What you have to do is when you are getting the updated version of this Excel sheet, you just need to upload that and you have to go to this Power Query editor. You just give refresh.
Okay.
If you just give refresh, whatever the changes you made here, that will be applied to the updated version also. You need not to repeat the steps at all. Hope I have answered to the question. So
Ma'am,
I see.
ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, for that we have to update then those new entries into the Excel worksheet first, no, ma'am?
Yeah. Now see, if I say enable editing, I'm making one more here. I'm adding one more or 10 more, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So say number of rows are like 1000 here. Now I have updated with 50 more rows. It will become 1050, right?
Yes,
I have created a beautiful dashboard for this given Excel. But just that 50 more rows are added up, I need not to repeat the steps again. Just upload the updated data set, just say refresh. That is why we
yes,
have the
ma'am. Yes,
applied
ma'am.
steps. Every steps are being
Yes, ma'am.
recorded.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
can
Thank
show
you, ma'am.
that actually, but due to the time constraint, I cannot show.
Yes, ma'am.
That saves
Ma'am,
our
some
time
PDF
actually.
files, ma'am, some PDF, sorry, PPT slides will be shared on this regard, no, ma'am?
Yeah, actually, yeah, PPT, if you want, I will share, sir. Usually in my session, I don't run any PPTs. I will go, prefer to go with hands-on session only. Yeah.
Ma'am, please share if possible
Yeah,
the
sure.
slides
I will
if
share.
you
I
so we
have
can.
a kind of a notepad notes taken here. So it contains all the basic stuffs, everything I will share it with Akshata.
Yes,
You will
ma'am.
receive it, sir.
Thank
Yeah.
you, ma'am.
So yeah, let me continue. So due to time constraint, I have to cover more DAX formula as well. Let me go back here. Yeah. So hope you can see all the 4 different tables. Now it's like for my analysis, I wanted to refer, see, I wanted to know what is the total sale with respect to the product, right? See, I wanted to know product wise, what is the total sale? Product is belongs to product table, sales is belongs to amount column is belongs to sales table. So how to build a relationship between them? We might have, I mean, you faculties might have handled the subject called DBMS, right? So how do you build a relationship between the tables? When you are writing a simple SQL query, sometimes in your SQL query, you refer only one table. Sometimes you may need to refer multiple tables, but you should have built the relationship between those tables, right? Via
Primary keys and foreign keys.
Yes, exactly. The same way, when I have a 4 different tables, for my analysis, some of the attributes I'm picking from one table, some of the attributes I'm picking from another table. How do I get the sum of amount I generated product wise? Sometimes I wanted to know what is the amount generated salesperson wise. Salesperson belongs to sales table. Product,
Sales
product belongs
to
to product table, right? So that there we have to go for this model view. As I said, if you make any mistake in the model view, then you cannot do the analysis correctly. Power BI automatically build the relationship. You need not to build the relationship. Sometimes it will miss the relationship, but you have to ensure by open this model view, and you have to ensure that whether the relationship is built for all 4 different tables. Click on this model view, and then you will come to know all the cardinality ratio things. Those who are non-computer science background, they may not be able to get this terminology, but it's easy actually. See, all the relationships are built. Can anyone name the type of schema? Schema is nothing but a database. How we are building a model by making a relationship between the table. So what kind of schema do you feel?
Primary key.
Yeah, name of the schema, sir. It's whether it is a star schema, snowflake schema. It is exactly a star schema. Star schema means there is one fact table. Fact table we always contains the transaction details, right? Look at the sales. It's all the transaction details. We will say fact table. These 3 tables, we call it as a, any answer? If there is a one fact table and multiple dash table, creates a star schema. This is a fact table means. What about product location people? We call them as a
dimension tables.
Very good. It is a dimension table. So only not dimension tables are denormalized actually. See, Power BI is automatically built the relationship. When I keep the cursor here, we can make out. Sales table, we have a product. Product table, we have a product. So the cardinality ratio is many to 1, right? Automatically it builds. And here also same. Common column between these 2 tables is a salesperson. Looking at the column values, Power BI, not only the column header names, Power BI always look at the column values, and it will decide they can be a, one can be a fact table and another can be a dimension table. This relationship is also built by Power BI. Now tell me which is not done by Power BI. I wanted to know in there is a table I'm maintaining all the country. I wanted to know in Australia what is the total sale happened. In a location table I'm maintaining the country details, right? But these 2 tables are not connected to each other, which means I cannot perform analysis based on the country wise. So I may not able to make analysis, say Australia, how many boxes are shipped to Australia. I cannot do that because location and sales, these 2 are not connected. There is no relationship built between these 2 tables. In such cases, we have to manually build a relationship. Some of the relationships are automatically built. So now to build a relationship manually, I wanted to build a relationship geo. Geo is a column where I'm maintaining all the countries where I have made the shipment, right? So how much amount I generated or how many boxes I shipped or which date, if I wanted to do such kind of analysis, then take this geo and then I have to drop on the geography. Because geography in a sales table, geo in a location table, they have the common column values. So now I can build the relationship. Power BI, it will automatically suggest cardinality ratio is 1 to many. Yes. So if you feel it's okay, then you can go for save. Now see, we can build another relationship. So now need not to worry about that. I'm free to pick any attribute from any column to make an analysis. So let me repeat once again, what was lacking before? Before, some of the relationships are automatically built by Power BI. So if I wanted to know sales by product, I can. If I wanted to know sales by salesperson, I can. But if I wanted to know sales by country, it is not possible because they were not connected. So now I have manually made the relationship. So now I can also make analysis on sales by country, right? So, yeah, this is the model view. Hope this is clear. Yeah, without understanding this part, I cannot directly start the DAX. So let me come to this report view. So as I was telling about the sales by product, sales by boxes, all those things. So now let me build simple chart. See here, let me choose this one. If you wanted to go to the focus mode, click on the focus mode. So I think you need not to go for the focus mode because I'm projecting the screen. So I will prefer to go for the focus mode. So let me choose x-axis as location geo. Geo contains the list of country where the shipment is made by this, say, of some chocolate company. And y-axis, I wanted to know Australia, what is the total amount. So I will drag and drop amount under sales. Can you see? Australia, the total amount made is some 78.95 and New Zealand 78.15, all in the same range. How about India? India some 75.07. Okay. So I'm not going to explain about how to do formatting and all those things. Okay. Now let me start the DAX. So what is this called? Country-wise sum of amount. Now I'll go to DAX. We will quickly see some of the formulas. Yeah. So DAX is nothing but data analysis expression. So how come it is a DAX? It is supposed to be DAE, right? D for data, A for analysis, E for expression, right? Any answer? It will become a DAE. So I think they don't want to keep the name as DAE. So they wanted to keep it as DAX, data analysis expression. So data analysis expression is a library of functions and operators that can combine to build formulas and expressions. So it is a functional language or it is a formula language where the full code is kept inside a function. It is same as like how you write the formulas in an Excel, little advanced. So where we can use it, is it applicable only to Power BI? No. Power BI also we can use write a DAX formula. If you are an Excel user, you might have used Power Pivot. In the Power Pivot also you can write a DAX formula. And if you are using like Microsoft SQL, if you wanted to write a DAX when you are maintaining the data as a relational table, then you can go for, there also you can use this DAX and Azure Analysis Services. These all are the places where this DAX can be applied. So it's not limited only to Power BI. So it's a collection of function, operators, and constants that can be used in a formula. It's very simple, like how you are writing a function in any programming language. Okay, so basically DAX helps you to create a new information from data already there in your model. There are so many data already there in our model, right? We have 4 different tables and we can do so much of analysis. But if you want to create a new information by writing a formula, then you can go for DAX. Okay, so there are so many things are there. It's like an ocean. I will explain only the key highlights about the DAX. Let me open one notepad. Yeah. suppose in the same, hope my screen is, notepad screen is visible to all. Can I have answer from any participants? I have switched my screen to a notepad.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Not visible.
Not visible.
It is visible, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. So DAX, we use this DAX one for creating a measures. We call it as a measure. And we can also use this DAX to create a conditional columns. To create a conditional columns. When it comes to measures, we have two types of measures. One is new measure and another one is quick measures. So we are going to discuss about how to create a new measure, how to use a quick measures, how to use DAX to create a conditional columns. So let me go back to this. My first requirement is like I wanted to write a DAX formula to calculate what is the total money that company have generated. So overall, what is the amount generated by this chocolate company? So as per my knowledge, this Excel is like of 2 years of sales details, 2 years of shipment details. So what is the total money that company have generated? So now let me go back to here, how to answer for this question by writing a quick measure. Without even writing quick measures, you can easily answer. Can anyone tell me the shorthand mechanism to answer for this? Easily you can say by drag and drop, you can easily say this much million or this much dollar the company is being generated for this given data set. Any answers? No? So there is a code called, what is this code called? This code? This code is called as a KPI code, key performance indicator. Using this code, if I drag and drop amount, then I will come to know what is the total money generated by this company upon shipping the number of chocolate boxes to different countries. Clear? So how to write it as a new measure using a DAX formula. So now with respect to DAX, you should know how to create a new measure, how to make use of existing measure. And one more thing, what is the another thing? Any answer? In a measures, we have a new measure and quick measure. And one more, we can create using a DAX here. What is that? What is that column called? I'm not getting any answers from participant side. So it's called conditional column. See, I was telling the same thing, right? When you are, learners, you will show interest only till here. When it comes to DAX, then you will step back. This is the practical, what's that, experiment. That is the proof now. Okay, then, yeah, please don't step back. It's going to be very easy. So now let me go to the new measures. So what was the question about? The question about is what is the total money that company have generated? I wanted to write a DAX formula. So here, when you click on the new measure, if you see this window is like very tiny, if you wanted to increase, these all are some of the nuances. Now, through over the experience only you will get. Press Control button and scroll the mouse. Press Control button and scroll the mouse. This will get magnified. So I'm going to write a new measure. What is the name of the measure? So what is the name of the measure? Total amount. So you can give total amount is the name of the measure, and then you will give only the definition, the bare minimum business logic. You can write it here. I could say it's a naked business logic. So I'm going to use some of the aggregate functions. So using DAX, you can make use of many aggregate functions. Can anyone tell me what are the aggregate functions? It's an easy question.
Max, min, sum,
Yeah,
average.
very good. Yeah. So all this is available in the Power BI as a library function. So we are going to make use of it. So which aggregate function is applicable here if I wanted to see the total amount generated? I have to use which aggregate function? If my concern is about how much amount the company's generated. Should I use
Sum.
average? Should I use sum? Yeah. So I have to use sum. So sum of what? How do you get the answer? Sum of what? Which table, which column I have to refer? I wanted to perform sum operation. Sum operation on which table and which column? I will get the answer. This is the total amount that you have generated. I have to go to sales table. I have one table called sales, right? So it is in a small case. It's a case sensitive. When you keep on typing, it will give some suggestions. So sales table amount column, if I perform some operation, then I will get the total amount. It is a minimal, what to say that, very bare minimal business logic. I have not applied any filter. Say, it will give the total amount generated by the company. What if I wanted to know some of the sales amount generated by country wise or by salesperson wise? I'm not explicitly mentioned those things here. I'm giving only the minimal logic. But these first filtering happens, then this operation will be applied. This is only the definition of my measures. Please pay attention. If you understand this simple logic, that is going to be very easy for you. So if you want, I will copy and paste this in chat box. You can try it.
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah, you can try this, and then yeah, you can click on this green. So your measure, you have created a first DAX formula here, right? You can close this. Now, can you make out where is that measure? Can you make out here? See, table means it will be like this symbol. The name of the table is prefixed with some symbol. This is a table symbol. If date is a column and this symbol denotes that date is a data type, and boxes amount, they are the numerical attributes. So by default, all the aggregate operations can be applied on this numerical columns. Now, where are the measures got created? Under location, it got created. So there is a multiple ways you can create a measure. Suppose let me delete it and show once again. If you wanted to delete the measure, we can say delete from model. This measure will get deleted from the model. Right now, I will do it once again. I want to create a measures under sales table. Then you keep the cursor here, right click. Can you see new measures? So click on this new measures. Now give the name of the measure. Yeah. Then press the green button. You got the sum of sales. Can you see the symbol? This is that kind of a calculator kind of symbol that denotes you have created a measure. There is a difference between using DAX formula to create a measures and using DAX to create a calculated columns. So measures are nothing but they summarize the data into a single value. They will be calculated at runtime and it will be stored temporarily only. Whereas calculated columns, the column which you created under a table using the DAX formula, that will be attached to the model. So it consumes the memory and they are permanent. Hope this is clear. Measures are calculated at runtime. They will not take any space. They will not consume any memory. But calculated columns, you are creating a new column. And usually creating a new column, deleting a column, all will happen part of what? Part of which processing? Any answer? Deleting the column, creating the column. All these transformations, it happens which end?
Power Query.
Power Query. But even in the Power View side, during the analysis time, we can still able to create a column. How? Using the DAX formula. That will be attached to your model. So that is, I will also show how to create a new column as well. Okay.
Ma'am, one doubt.
Yes, ma'am.
You had that total amount which came under location. How did you move it to?
I just
sales?
deleted it, ma'am. I'm retrying. I tried under sales.
Okay.
It was there under location, right? Just I have done right click, delete from model.
Okay.
That's all I have done. Actually, when you go for a new measure options to create a measure,
Okay.
it will come under the first table.
Okay.
If you that doesn't matter at all where that measures go and sit. That doesn't matter. So if you intentionally wanted to create a measures under only the sales table, then keep the cursor on the sales table, make a right click, and then say new measure. Now the measure goes under the sales table.
Okay, madam. Thank you, madam.
Since all of them are connected, we built a model as a star schema model. All of them are connected. It doesn't matter wherever we place the measures, but it is matters when it comes to the conditional column. Under which table we are creating a column is matters. But anywhere we can create a measures, and anywhere in the model we can keep the measures. Okay, so hope this is clear. Now measures are created. So now I wanted to know the total sales amount. So I have written the minimal formula. I have not mentioned the total sale amount by country or by boxes or by salesperson. So whatever is happening in the screen, based on that filtering will happen, then this aggregate function will be applied. So I will show it in a new page. Okay, so using the table is the great way to understand the DAX. While creating the measures, we only specify the logic, right? We don't need to tell Power BI how specific total sale amount we want, right? That we need not to mention here. So now I will, in a visualization, let me pick a table here. I'll pick a table. I will enlarge in a focus mode. Okay. So now I wanted to know each country, what is the total sale? Okay, so suppose I wanted to know what is the total sale of all the countries. You can use the KPI card. Let me use this KPI card. I will place it here. Can anyone tell me what is KPI? I will just drag and drop amount. So this is the total amount generated by the company. All the countries, all the years, this is the total amount generated by the company, some 46.09 million, right? Now I will use a table. Let me choose country wise. Country wise means which one I have to choose? Which table we are maintaining the country details? Location table, right? Let me choose either geo I can choose or geography I can choose. Let me choose under location geo. So how many countries we have? We have 5 countries. We have 5 country. Australia, what is the total sum? But while writing a formula, I have not mentioned. I wanted to get the answer filtered by Australia, filtered by India, that I have not mentioned, right? Now, where is our measures? I'm going to add measures as another column here, total amount. Total amount is the measure that we have created. Now click on this. Can you see? This is the total amount generated from Australia. This is the total amount generated from Canada. Totally 4.60. That is what yeah. See, 46.09. This is also okay. So this is how we create a simple measure. Now, how to format this measure? So click on this thing. Can you see that measure tools? When you click on the measure tools, formation will happen. What if I click on some other columns? I will get the column tools. But when I click on the measure, I will get the measure tools. Here I can do some formatting. I don't want it in rupee. I wanted to change it in the dollar. Then go for dollar. This is a formatting the measure. You know how to format the visuals. This is a technique how to format the measures. I don't want this to be auto. Let me choose 0. So you can choose it here. That's all. This is how we can format. Okay. So now can we create one more measure? Can anyone tell me? I wanted to create a total measures for boxes. So my second question is like create measures for create total measures for boxes, which means totally how many boxes are shipped. It can be country wise, how many boxes are shipped to Australia, how many boxes are shipped to India, or how many totally how many boxes are shipped. So, and the particular salesperson, say Mr. Joy, how many boxes are totally shipped by Mr. Joy? So do I need to write multiple measures? No, just write only the definition, write only the business logic. So go to here. Yeah, how to write a measures? Go to new measures. Okay, so what is the name of the measure? We can say that total boxes. It's a chocolate boxes. It can be a chocolate bar or it can be chocolate bite. They have the category also. If you first you have to study the complete data set. So total, let me name it as total boxes. I want the sum, right? So you can say sum, open bracket. It belongs to again sales amount only. The same way. Total, so it's wrong. It should be what? Can anyone correct me?
Boxes.
Boxes, yeah. It's boxes. Okay, now save this. So from this measure, I came to know Australia, this much amount I have generated. Upon shipping, how many boxes? How many total boxes? So I have created another measure. Where is the total boxes measure? Where it got created? I'm not sure where it got created. I don't see any measure.
Ma'am, you had written BOX. It should be
Yeah,
BOX.
yeah, maybe,
Yes.
yeah, some error. Yeah, yeah, I will write. Thank you for correcting my error, ma'am. I'll write once again. Total boxes equal to sum sales boxes. It's already there, right? Then I will say tick mark. Then it will get created. See, it got created under sales only. So I'm in a table, visualization. I picked the table. First column I have chosen as a geo. Second column is my new measure which I have created. Now the third column is going to be the total boxes. I mean, I have given totax boxes. Let me change total boxes. So it will get created when you click on this. That will be added as a third row of the table. See? Now, if I wanted to do any formatting, we can go for this comma. If I wanted to add some comma, you can add it here. It will be visually represented well. So from this, we can understand from Australia, this is the total amount generated upon shipping these many total boxes. I request participant to unmute. So now I wanted to create another measure. Like now the question is like create measures for total shipments. Create a measure for total shipments. So how many transactions are happened or how many shipments are happened? Can anyone give me idea? Because there is no column where I am maintaining the shipments, right? So how many shipments are happened? How to create a measure? Any suggestions? Sales table, I'm maintaining all the transaction details. How many transactions are happened? If I count, that will give the answer for my query, total shipment, right? So if we have any function to calculate the total number of rows in a sales table, that will tell that these many shipment happened. Is it clear? So now I'm going to create another measure. So go for a new measure. So let me name it as a shipment.
Ma'am, I had one doubt. This
Yes.
when I put this geo total amount total boxes, the value is coming the same. Australia also it is coming the total value only for all.
Ma'am, that is what ma'am I told. Can anyone guess what went wrong? Why location is not connected? It's a good question actually. I was telling in the beginning, if you make any mistake in model, you will get the wrong answer.
Okay.
Power BI automatically build a relationship between sales and product, between sales and people. But Power BI missed building the relationship between sales and location.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to go to this model view.
Okay.
In that model view, there is a table, location table left alone. For you, when you go to the model view, location table will be left alone.
Okay.
It will be like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have to drag this geo and place it on this geography. You will get the many to one relationship building. That is why you are not getting the correct answer. Because these two tables are not connected. Model is not built. Location is being treated as a
Okay, madam. I'll try that. Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Power BI failed to do this. Usually it will not make mistake, but sometimes it's a machine, right? Sometimes it make a mistake. Looking at the column value, Power BI should have identified that they are connected. But that is why we always need to double check it. So I was creating a new measure for total shipment, right? So I will go for shipment.
I got it, madam. Thank you. I
You
got
got
it.
it?
Yeah, yeah, thanks.
Shipment count equal to. So the question, what was the question? The question is about how to create a measures for total shipment. If I calculate the number of rows in a sales table, I will come to know that how many shipments the company made. So I have to calculate the number of rows in the sales table. So there is a function called count rows. It's already there. So choose this count rows and you write the logic. So count rows of which table? Sales table. So say it's already displaying, close it. Count rows of sales table. So this will tell that total number of shipment. But again, filtering whatever it's happening in the screen, right? So because I have chosen Australia, filtering should happen. I mean, I have chosen the geo. So filtering should happen based on the country wise. So I wanted to know Australia, how many shipments are made? To Canada, how many shipments are made? Okay, when I calculate count rows of sales, which is corresponding to Australia, I will come to know that. So now again, in the same table, I have created count rows, shipment count. If you click on, why any, what mistake I have made? Spelling mistake that is there. It's not saved only. Shipment count, count rows. Count rows of sales. That's all right. Yeah, it has to work. I think I didn't. It's already there. It's saying. So let me remain shipment counts. I will give. So I will remove that shipment count. There is a one more. Here it got created. I will remove it. Okay. Now can you see that? So 1,578 shipments are happened to Australia. This much amount the company generated upon shipping these many boxes. Clear? Yeah. So, and main concept about DAX is like these measures can be reusable. Due to the time constraint, I cannot explain beyond these things how to reuse the same. Like, see, and one more thing. Suppose if you are using a C language, so if the question is about write a C program to find the square root of a given number, what are the options? The question is about find the square root of a given number. Within a second, you can do it, or you will write your own function, right? So you may make use of sqrt inbuilt function. Then that will find the square root of a given number. Otherwise, you can also write your own function, right? So the new measure is nothing but we have to cook and eat. Quick measure is like it's already there as a ready mix. You just heat and use it as per your requirement. So new measures we created, I mean new measures we have discussed enough. Let us go to this quick measures. So there are some measures are already created. So as per our requirement, how to pick them and use it. That is called this quick measures. So let me go back and I'll explain about this quick measures. I think we are running out of the time. So I have to show calculated column also how to create it. So let me choose this for quick measures. Let me choose another table. Yeah, another table here. Let me go for month-wise. Month-wise, what is the total sale? Right? So which one I have to choose it as a first column of my table? Month. So we have a date data type. Under date is a date data type, which means if you can see this calendar symbol, I mean date symbol or a calendar symbol, which means you are eligible to make use of all the time intelligence support provided by the Power BI. What is the time intelligence? So you can do the analysis based on month-wise, year-wise, day-wise, quarter-wise. So I wanted to do analysis month-wise. Month-wise, what is the total amount the company generated? So let me choose month. So these many months of how many years? I don't know, right? How many years of data set which I have received from my client. So how to know that? You have a slicer right here. So Go to slicer. I need a slicer for year wise. Suppose you wanted to filter the data year wise. So how many years of data set we have? If you don't want this sliding kind of visual, then we can go for slicer setting and you can choose. You might have learned all these things. That's why I'm doing it fast. So can you tell me, I have received a shipment data from a client of how many years? Only 2 years, 2021 and 2022. If I don't select anything, 2021 and 2022 Jan month, what is the total amount? Okay, now I wanted to know Jan month, what is the total amount? I have already created one measures, right? I have already created one measures for total amount. Let me choose this as a second column. I will choose the table, then I will choose total amount as a second column. So what did you understand from this? In the Jan month, both the year 2021 and 22, this is the total amount generated. What if I wanted to know only in 2021 Jan month, what is the total amount generated? You have to filter this. Can you see the changes? This is for 2021. If you go for this, this is for 2022. What is wrong with 2022? We have only Jan, Feb, March. Where are the other months? If you look at the original data set, we have been provided with data set of all the months of 2021 up to 2022 March. They may provide later after March. If they provide after March to till December, do I need to repeat all the steps? No. Upload, refresh. That's all. So now 2021, this is the Jan month total amount. This is both the month. So I was talking about how to make use of quick measures. Now I wanted to check. Let me open this. I will go to this quick measures. Using this quick measures, I wanted to calculate year over year changes. I wanted to know how well I am doing this year compare with the previous year. What is the percentage of sale drop or sale high? This is like year over year change. If I ask you to write a DAX formula, we will go mad. But there are already some quick measures. We can make use of those quick measures. So let me go back here. To create a quick measures, click on this quick measure. So what is our requirement? I wanted to compare 2022 with 2021, and I wanted to know the percentage of differences in the sales. That is called year over year changes. Hope this is clear. So to calculate this, let me go for quick measure. It's already, there are some measures are available. Many quick measures are available. As I said, as we have STR, string length, string comparison, string concatenation, SQRT, like that, there are so many inbuilt functions are available in many programming languages, right? The same way in Power BI also, we have a set of inbuilt functions. So now my requirement is year over year change. Yes, I can spot this year over year change. Click on this year over year change, which is going to be the base value. Any guess? I have to drag and drop base value and date. Base value is nothing but year over year change with respect to which attribute? Which attributes gives year over year change? I'm calculating with respect to
the amount.
Very good. It's an amount. Okay. And then date is going to be the date column. So now I will say add. It will get added. You can easily make out what are all the measures that you created. So don't get panic. So as soon as you gave add, it will show the DAX version. If it is like if I was not there, you should have written all these things. Like this, you have to write a DAX formula to calculate the year over year changes. but we are not doing it. So don't get panic, just cancel it. Okay. So now minimize this. Can you make out in the right hand side? Is there any quick measures got created for year-over-year changes? Can anyone make out? This symbol is a table. This symbol is a data type. These calculator kind of symbols are called as a new measures, which we created using the DAX formula. And this is the quick measures, right? So now I will choose this quick measure. You can see that amount YOY percentage, it got created. So let me click on this as one of the component in a table. Yeah. So tell me, what does it mean here? So now I have selected year 2022. So 2022, I'm comparing with 2021 month-wise. So what is the year-over-year change? When I compare the sale details of Jan month of 2022 with the Jan month of 2021, I'm in a profit end or I'm in a loss end? How much percentage the sale has been increased?
174% profit.
Percentage. So I'm doing well comparatively in the month of Jan in the year 2021. So this is so as I said, we will go mad when we write a DAX formula to do such kind of analysis. Suppose if I click on 2021, can anyone tell me what are the values will come under amount year-over-year changes? Why it is minus 100? Why it is minus 100?
There is nothing in 2021.
Yes, because we have nothing to compare. We have a data set up to March only, right? 2022, we have a data set up to March only. That is why it is minus 100. If I click on 2021, what will happen? Is there any previous year to compare? Is there any 2020 to compare? No, right?
No.
Year-over-year change means I'm comparing 2021 with the previous year, because in the data set there is no 2020, so it will be blank. So I think we are running out of the time. I have a lot more to cover. Due to the time constraint, I need to abruptly stop, or should I continue for another 5 minutes? If coordinators are around or organizers are around.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, can I continue for another 5 minutes?
Yes, please, please, ma'am.
Yeah.
You can continue.
Okay. So we have discussed under DAX, we have discussed about how to create a new measures on one, how to make use of quick measures year-over-year. You can also try year-to-date change. You can check what is year-to-date change. These are some of the complex calculation, year-to-date change. And let me come to the conditional column. As I was telling about this conditional column, we can create a new column. Say, I will tell you one scenario where we can use this conditional column. Suppose I have a sales table here. I have a sales table. So I have a one column called date. Suppose I'm having an employee table. There is a column called date of birth. Date of birth is a column. Using this date of birth column, I wanted to create a one more column called age. Using date of birth column, can I create a age column? Obviously, right? So date of birth, comparing with the current date, we can calculate the age. So that is how we can use DAX formula to create such conditional columns. Suppose in this shipment data, I have a date column. So in this date column, it says that when the shipment is made. right? Exactly when the shipment is made. Suppose I wanted to know, like, suppose if I wanted to know when the last shipment made. Since when the last shipment is made, then I can create one conditional column. So those things, I think for this given data set, I may not able to create one more conditional column for the date. It doesn't make any sense using date column by checking since when the last shipment is made. Obviously, it will compare with 2022, it will compare with the current year, it will say 2 years ago. It will compare with 2021 and it will say 3 years ago. Such column if you want. Since when the last shipment made, you can create it as a conditional column. To create a conditional column, again, you have to write a DAX formula, go to right click, and then you can say new column, right? That will create a new column. Okay, so now let me explain one more measure here. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts, you can ask. Because if I start another topic, I think it takes another 15 minutes. So I will ask some, yeah.
In year on year, the values which you got and which I got are a bit different. I
No,
got something like, you got something like 173.
Dollar, I changed the data type to dollar. Yours
Okay.
must be a different data type, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
During
But
the pre-processing time, just I wanted to show that I have changed a whole number to a fixed decimal number.
No, that I have done the changes, madam, but I
Okay,
think probably dollar and other things.
Something.
Done. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Any other doubts? I'll leave another 5 minutes for Q&A session.
Ma'am, can we convert this into a line chart? The comparison that will be easier to visualize.
Yeah, sir. Yeah. Because usually when we work on the new methods, as I was telling that using a table is a great way to understand the DAX if you are the beginner. That is why I always.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's, we can do that. And one more beauty of this, sir was asking about line chart. So let me go for one more line chart. I don't want to miss this feature to be explained. So now I wanted to know month-wise, what is the sum of total amount, right? So x-axis, I will use month. I will use month-wise.
My query was, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I understood, sir. Yeah, I understood. Your query, I understood, sir. Yes, we can do, sir. So
okay,
I wanted to show one more additional feature about Power BI. So
okay,
that made me to recollect this topic, line chart. So I have chosen the line chart, and month is going to be like x-axis, and y-axis, let me choose amount. Yeah. So since date is a date data type, all the time intelligence we can make use of it, right? So here, let me go to the focus mode. It's saying 4 million. I think I have filtered with some. Yeah, I will remove the filter. Yeah, it's working fine now. So yeah, so now if you look at this, the sale was good in the month of Jan, Feb, March, April. It is fine. There is a sale drop in the month of May, right? So if your boss or if your client is asking, can you analyze and tell me why there was a sale drop tragic sale drop in the month of May. Can you tell me the reason? So you can just right click on it. Can you see analyze? You need not to analyze anything. You just, there are some AI features are already inbuilt in this Power BI. So if you click on this analyze and explain the decrease, it is like a chat GPT. Whatever the questions we ask, we will get the answers, right? So now I'm asking why there was a sale drop in the month of May. Analyze and tell me. It will give detailed analyze. It says that all the details. Here is the analysis of the 52.49% decrease in sum of amount between April and May. The reason is like it will give some descriptions. So what went wrong, why there was a sale drop, which month, or because of which product, everything, which are because of the which salesperson, everything we will get some detailed analysis. So thank you so much for your patience. Akshata ma'am, can we wind up? If there are any questions, I can stay back for another 5 minutes.
Yes, ma'am. Dear
Yeah.
participants, if you have any questions or queries or anything to discuss with ma'am, the forum is open for you.
Can I stop my screen sharing, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, you can stop. Participants, can we wind up the session? If you don't have any queries, Komala ma'am, actually this recording will be shared with the participants. Many of were messaging me that you can share this video session. It was interesting. We will practice during our free time. So
Yes, yes.
I'll be sharing this recording session with them personally.
Yes.
Ashishika ma'am. Ashishika ma'am, are you there in the meeting? Pravindra sir?
Yeah, I am here, madam. Yeah.
Sir, ma'am is about to finish the session. She has finished the session already.
Yeah. So, very good afternoon to everyone. This is Dr. Praveen Raja, Professor and Head of the CSE. I would like to thank the resource person of the day, Devi Madam. Even I also attended the session for the past 1.5 hours. So really it's impressing me how you have handled this hands-on session in the online portal. So really, if you come to our university to handle such kind of events to our students and faculty members, really the students and faculty may feel happy. We need such kind of hands-on sessions in the upcoming days, and really the session was useful. I hope the session was useful to all the participants under the topic of DAX, and definitely in the future we will call you. In the short duration you accepted our invitation. Thank you, madam. Thanks a lot for your support to the Presidency University School of Computer Science and Engineering for the 6 days Atal AICTE Data Visualization FTP. Thank you once again, and really it's an informative session for me also for the past 1.5 hours. Really it's a useful session in the online, especially I felt happy. Very good hands-on session you have given. Thank you, madam. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'm really looking forward to have many more sessions together. Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Pravindra sir. On behalf of all the participants present here, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Ms. Komala Devi ma'am for her insightful and comprehensive DAX session today. Her expertise, clarity, ability to simplify the complex concepts made the learning process engaging as well as enriching for all of us. Actually, ma'am, the way you navigated through DAX functions, the examples you have taken, and the tips, whatever you have given for us, were truly commendable. I think we can implement these all things in the real life use cases, and which we definitely apply in our work and we practice in the upcoming days. A big thank you for all the attendees for your participation in this weekend. And because of the hands-on session, all of our participants were really able to join in the weekend also. I'm sure everyone will be leaving this session with a deeper understanding and a better ability to solve the DAX concepts in their daily task. Once again, a huge thank you to you, ma'am, for your time and
Thank you,
effort
ma'am.
preparing such a well-organized and informative session. We look forward to learn more learning opportunities and would like to host at Presidency University offline also. If you
Thank you, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Anytime.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. For dear faculties, thank you so much for your patience. I understand being a faculty, you must be occupied with multiple works, even if it is a holiday for you also. There are lots of work at home. So I want to express my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you and your presence. And some of the participants are very active. So those engagement have made this session truly meaningful. Thank you so much for, and for special thanks to Presidency organizing team of the 6 days FDP, that too like a prestigious Atal FDP. Thank you for considering me as a resource person for today's session. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Okay, ma'am. Bye-bye.